Yes, I certainly want to commend our newest senator, Comrade Lamin Newton, and I believe that his appointment is well deserved. Comrade Lamin Newton joined us before the 2018 elections. He made no demands of the party. He came out, he advocated on behalf of the institution. He's a regular here and still is a regular at Point FM, advocating on behalf of the government and the party. And what we would have noticed, for example, within the last few years, is that he enrolled at UE5 Islands and would have improved his intellectual standing.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, he's literally on the cusp of completing his degree. Last semester.
Yes.
And that is remarkable. You know, I listened to a few people, opponents trying to ridicule him, looking back at about, I would say, 7 years ago when he made certain faux pas. But at that time, he was not properly trained. And they're trying to convince their listeners and their supporters that Lamin just left them and walked into the Labour Party and was promoted. That is not so. But I believe that what this has shown is that when you join the Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party, you are encouraged to get involved in self-development. And I have said this to all of our comrades, that we want to have a well-entrenched culture of self-development within the Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party. Senator, you know I would have spoken to you personally as well to ask you to continue to develop yourself.
Yes.
And I believe you're on the cusp also of completing your degree.
Yes.
So that makes me very proud of people like you. When I looked back at those who supported us in opposition, the young people like Comrade Chanella, Anika Lee, the whole slew of them, there are just so many of them, but practically every member of the Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party youth group that supported us leading up to the 2014 elections, they're all lettered. To the extent they have bragged from time to time about Lutali's daughter, Anika Lee, who is now about to do her doctoral degree.
Yes.
So we are very strong on the issue of self-development. We're not seeking to use people as political pawns, to use them and abuse them. You get their support and then you discard them, especially the youth. And I would have observed over the years that the youth in this country would have complained that they would have poured their hearts out for political parties, campaigned stridently, and they end up with nothing, not even a board position. In fact, most of our board positions are actually controlled by youth. And that youth participation will improve because as we retire the most senior members from the various boards, and we certainly would thank them and celebrate their contribution, they will be replaced with younger individuals. Even within the Senate and within the candidature of the Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party to become a candidate Labour Party, you notice that we have a significant amount of young people who have actually joined the party now, because what we're seeking to do is to have a leadership transition to ensure that there's continuity, that is, succession planning taking place. I'm now in my middle age, in my 50s. And I want to make sure that when I would have demitted office, either by virtue of maybe retirement or if the people decide to vote me out in the next elections, or us for that matter, that at least we have a solid cadre of young people who can fight to bring the party back into power.